My dear friends, my dear children, what do you think? What are you for me?
बच्चे।
Very good. So please,
अच्छा बच्चा।
very good. Anything else?
और भी फिर बुरा बच्चा।
बस फालतू बात नहीं. Anything else?
Sir, Kudis.
Sir, you are our trainer and we are the soldiers.
Yes, very good. Anything else?
Sir, Kudis.
Kudis. What is this kudis?
Sir, the one which is known by Shobit Nirvan, sir. Bhaiya, sorry.
Which is known by? Which is known by?
Shobit Bhaiya. And told by Shobit Bhaiya.
Hmm. Anything else?
सब फ्रेंड।
Friend.
Sir, मैं बताऊं?
Hmm.
Sir, you are twos और we are ones.
ये इसका तो कोई अलग ही गणित चलता है भैया. चलो कैमरे चालू, कैमरे चालू कर लो अपने अपने फटाफट से. हरी अप. So today again we have a listening session, and it's a session in the form of a debate.
ये
So as I spoke in our last class means in our Friday class, that what is more important, hard work or intelligence. So today our topic is, you can write it down in your notebooks and get ready for making notes as well as vocabulary. As you have said, yesterday was the day of speaking. So you spoke yesterday and today and Saturday also. And we had a listening session on Friday, last Friday. So today again, on Tuesday, we are having a listening session. And in this session also, I'll speak some arguments. And today's topic is that in which sector, write it down, in which sector should government spend more money or more resources, in education or healthcare? So today we have a debate between healthcare and education. In which sector should government spend more, education or healthcare? You know about education, you know about healthcare. So in a very simple English, I'll speak before you the arguments in the favor of both education or healthcare.
Sir, photo मांग
हाँ बेटा,
Sir, photo मांगोगे?
हम मांग सकते हैं, बिल्कुल मांगे जाएंगे. आप नोट्स लिखिए आप बराबर. And Aditya, last time you made a very few notes, so this time be careful about it. And I also instructed you, and I also commented on your work that this is not enough. So this time be careful. Don't be lazy. It is necessary for all to take active part in the class, and please keep your cameras on.
Sir, we can write from red pen.
Any with any pen. It is your choice. So my dear ones, first of all, I am telling you some points. I'm giving you some arguments in the favor of education. So, my dear friends, I think government should spend more money on education. And in the support of education, I am producing some facts. So please try to listen them carefully. So friends, you know that in India, 70% people are living in villages. There is low literacy rate. Literacy. फटाफट से लिखा करो spelling. Literacy. LITERACY. There is low literacy rate as there are very few schools, and that too थोड़ा लंबा चला गया TOO टू टू ठू नहीं होता है ठू थप्पड़ मार ठू लप्पड़ मार दिया ठू नहीं होता है टू थोड़ा सा लंबा खींच दो इसको एंड दैट टू in distant places. Distant. Write down the spellings of the words. If I speak any words twice or thrice, you must understand that this word is need to be written in your notebooks. So, schools are required to be opened in larger numbers. So, to open the schools in larger numbers, government needs money that must be spent on our education to open the schools. And then the next thing I want to say you that the supervision, only opening the schools is not enough. Without supervision, they would be worthless. So, my dear friends, there must be a supervision of education officers or inspectors, education inspectors. Inspectors means not police inspectors, but education inspectors. You know that the supervision of education officers or inspectors is rare, 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 in the schools in the villages. Means education officers do not go to villages to inspect the schools whether they are working properly or not. So thus the standard of education is poor. So a mechanism, पकड़ो mechanism, अब लिखो चेक करो स्पेलिंग MECHA mechanism MECHANISM. So a mechanism is to be set up or should be set up so that frequent supervision, frequent, FREQUENT, frequent supervision is carried out for better study and for checking the work of teachers. Means what they are teaching in schools, what is going on in schools, whether the activities, co-curricular activities are taking place or not in schools. So this is the work of education officers. They must go there. And these all things need money, so government should spend more money on such activities. And my dear friends, as you know that as per present state of education, as we see what is the present status of education, so we need schools. There are very few schools. I think there are very few government schools. As we see the private schools in our locality, there may be 10, 20, 50, 100 schools in a locality, but there would be only one or two government schools in that locality. So, and one thing I should tell you that there is no lacking of students in government schools. There are so many students in government schools because according to me, the standard of government school and private school is the same. There is not much difference. I think so. What I have seen in my 30 years career in this field, teaching in different schools, I have seen what is there. So, according to this situation, as there is shortage of government schools, we need schools in each and every village. If the villages are big, there must be more than one school. So, my dear friends, without education, we can do nothing. You know that India has been ruled, टेंसेस को पहचाना करो, वर्क फॉर्म को पकड़ा करो. India has been ruled for 200 years by Britishers. You know very well. So their education was theoretical that we follow today. Even today, we are following the system of Britishers that they gave us when we were being ruled by them. So, but their education system is, theoretical. बस रट लेना जो सिस्टम है ना आपका रट लेने वाला वो वहीं का सिस्टम है बिकॉज दे वांटेड अस नॉट टू डेवलप दे डिडंट वांट टू डेवलप अस इन एनी वे सो दिस वे दे ब्लॉक्ड आवर माइंड्स by just iteration. And now you know very well that your thinking capacity is where, so because of this iteration, so that is called theoretical. And their aim, their aim was to educate Indians, to make them mere. Mere means only, mere, to make them only or mere clerks. They didn't want to develop the citizens of our country. They needed the people who could work for them in their offices. So that is why their purpose of education was to prepare the clerks. So that is why they started this type of system in our country. Same education is continuing, as I have told you, that we are following still now the same education system. So that is why we are lacking behind because of this education system, because this is not a proper education system. The aim of education means to develop our children in all the fields, whether they are mentally, physically, emotionally. So, but the same education system that was going on in the time of Britishers is going on still. We need practical. What we need? We need practical, technical education to make the students skilled. Skill is important rather than iteration of the facts. And for that, a lot of money, sorry, for that, a lot of many technical colleges, schools are required. And for this, government must invest. I'm not saying that spend or waste, but government should invest enough money to develop our education system by opening the technical colleges or the colleges where our students can be given the education to develop their skills. So, my dear friends, you know that in India, about 35% people live below poverty line. And you know very well that to remove the poverty, education is very powerful weapon. With the help of education, definitely we can remove our poverty. So these people are to be helped by giving them proper education so that their children can get education and they can be developed in all the ways, whether it is physical, mental, emotional, or anything else. You must try to you must try to train their minds, and it can be done only by different method of education that we need for our country's people. So, my dear friends, this is the age of computer, you know very well. We need to provide computer education in all the schools, right from the primary schools. But I have seen it many times that in many schools, their computer is a subject in a syllabus, and there are also laboratories where some computers are placed only just for displaying that we are here to give your children computer education. But very rarely I have seen giving the computer education to our children. So in this computer age, it is the work of our schools to give the to make our students skilled in computers also. So and in government schools there is lacking of computers or machines. Government should spend money, government should invest money on such things so that our students can become well versed in computers also. And I think that there is no match of Indian talent. If you are given proper training, you can do a lot rather than just getting the degrees of your education. So, my dear friends, our students are going abroad for study. You know very well. Our students are going abroad for study. We need to upgrade the standard of educational institutions so that our students get higher and better education of that standard in our own country. Means if we develop such educational world class international educational institutes in our country, so our students would not be compelled to go abroad for getting higher education. Instead, I think that the students of other countries would come to our country for getting education. So, you know that there is a brain drain problem. Write it down. Brain drain problem. What is brain drain? I think you know many people who study here, but for job, for doing work, they leave their country and move abroad for jobs. This is called brain drain. A lot of people are there who get education. Like there are so many IT and engineers, there are so many doctors, there are so many other writers, professors who get education here in this country. But after getting education for earning money, they leave this country and go abroad for earning money. So this is called brain drain, pratibha palayan. So we have to improve our education system. We have to improve our average system. We have to improve our technical education system, higher education, management oriented education like MBA, IIMs, which we have in our country. Technical educations like we have engineering colleges, IITs, medical colleges, so that our students get better jobs in our own country. Because in this country there is lacking of jobs, that is why people leave this country because they think that they are not getting enough according to their ability. So they leave their country and go abroad. So if good opportunities would be here, if our youth, if our people would get better jobs, better salaries, I think they would not leave their country. So this way we can check, we can stop brain drain. So my dear friends, I think you are listening to me so carefully. I may be wrong, but this is my opinion, what I think about it. So I have some other facts also that you know that we have to give more facilities for sports in our schools. But I think what I have seen in my career, there are very few facilities of games. I think most of you who are studying in private schools, government schools, they do not have any chance to play any games. Lakshmi, did you get any chance to play any games? Was there any game in your school?
No, sir.
No. Vaishnavi? No, sir. So, and games are very necessary to develop us physically. It must also be a part of education, and it used to be in a time when I was a student. But now I observe that there is no importance of games in our schools. When our students say that, sir, please allow us to play games, we say, oh, what game? पढ़ाई करो पढ़ाई. हो गई पढ़ाई.
Sir,
Hmm.
sir,
Hmm.
sir, yesterday only our physics teacher took our games period.
And you
सर
know,
पिछले सर पिछले 4 महीने से है ना गेम्स पीरियड आता है लेकिन टीचर लेके नहीं जाता बताओ.
कोई बात नहीं. That is why I'm saying so many things to you, that we have to give more facilities for sports and schools and colleges, so that the standards of sports is made better, can be made better, and maximum number of students can make the sports as a profession. If they would be given facilities, if there would be stadiums, if there would be coaches, if there would be all facilities of games in your schools, definitely you will take interest and you will do your best. So, my dear friends, education empowers empower शक्तिशाली बनाती है. empowers, empowers, वर्ब है empowers, एस लग गया ना, सिंपल प्रेजेंट की फॉर्म आ गई. Education empowers a man to work in all the fields and get the result to meet his requirements. Not only that, education produced renowned लिखो, renowned, RENOW, renowned, NED, renowned, famous. That education has produced renowned scientists like APJ Abdul Kalam, Namo Jahangir Baba, and inventors like this time a few years ago, when that there was the time of corona-19 in 2020, our scientists, our doctors made the vaccine for corona. If they are given environment, if you are given environment, you can do much. Not only that, education has produced many renowned scientists and inventors like APJ Abdul Kalam, Homo Jahangir Baba, Raman, CV Raman. There are so many names who gave many new things to us, which we are enjoying today, like phone, like refrigerator, like AC, like television. There are so many things that have been invented by many inventors because of the education, and still we are enjoying those things. So man is always progressive. This is the nature of a man, that he is always progressive by nature and keeps on inventing new things. It is in the nature of a man that he always tries to find new things. He always tries to research different things. He always remain anxious or eager to know the facts of different things. That is why we are here. This all development we see all around us is because of the curiosity of a man. So that is why we are getting all those things and we are enjoying these things in our life. So this is all because of education. Literature is also a part of education. When we read literature, that time we knew so many things, and we can also refresh us with the help of literature. We can know different things. We can activate our emotions. It is also very, but this is the part of also education. So Man is always progressive by nature and keeps on inventing new things that can be possible when we raise our educational standard. Without educational standard, it cannot be possible. What I say you many times that if I get any chance to open a school, there would be all things. There would be laboratories, there would be gaming facilities, there would all types of things, and you would be trained in those things, in different things. So one thing that is last in my arguments, that India is emerging, likho, emerging, emerging. India is emerging as a strong country. इमर्जिंग का मतलब उभरना, उभर रहा है, is emerging as a strong country. And right now, we are the fourth economy of the world. Hmm? Means we are getting strength day by day. India is emerging as a strong country. Our vision is high. What is our vision? Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam. There is a hidden message in it that this all worlds belong to us. All the world belong to us. This is our world. We have to do many things in all the fields to make our dream come true. If we want to be the first in the world, we will have to do hard work for it. And this is not only the responsibility of the Prime Minister or any other ministers or leaders, but it is also the responsibility of us also. If we do our work honestly, if we do our duties, if we fulfill our duties properly, we means our doctors, our engineers, our other professionals, our teachers, then you can't have an idea that where can we reach and where we are. If we are lagging behind, this is because of the present education system. Make it sure. And if we change it and if we make it practical, and if we try to train our citizens, our students practically, if we make them skillful, so I think there is no match of this country in the world. So, my dear friends, we have to do many things. There is a need to enhance, बहुत बार आता है word enhance, ENHANC, बढ़ाना. There is a need to enhance the standard of our education. There is a need to enhance the standard of our academic as well as technical education. We have therefore to spend more money in this direction. So, my dear friends, I think you would have listened to me so carefully. But now, is there any question? Is there anything you can ask me? And if not, you can write healthcare. Now I am producing my
Sir,
arguments in the support of our healthcare. Yes.
sir, can you explain again what was the brain drain problem?
When the people of our country leave our country after getting education and they go to foreign countries for doing jobs, for getting better salaries, this is called brain drain, जिसको हम हिंदी में कह सकते हैं प्रतिभा पलायन. पलायन का मतलब एक जगह से छोड़कर दूसरी जगह चले जाना. If any person of Bihar comes to Rajasthan, this is not brain drain. If a person of Rajasthan goes to Punjab, this is not brain drain. But if any person of our country, it doesn't matter much from which state he belongs, and if any person of our country goes to other country for getting jobs, for doing work, for earning money, that is called brain drain. Clear?
Yes,
So,
sir.
my dear friends, now I am telling you some arguments in the favor of healthcare. So, my dear friends, I think government is required to spend more money on healthcare, and to support it, I have some facts. और एक बात बताऊं मैं आपको, अगर आप 12th क्लास में कोई हैं तो 12th क्लास में आपके एक चैप्टर आता है डिबेट वाला, आर्ग्यूमेंट वाला एक चैप्टर आता है आपके 12th क्लास में, वही है जो चल रहा
The argumentative है ना सर लिटरेचर में.
है. हाँ वही है ये, बस डिबेट वाला जो होता है ना कि
Argumentative.
इसके फेवर में बोलना है या इसके अगेंस्ट में बोलना है, वही चल रहा है. So my dear friends, government, I think government should spend more money. Government should invest more money on healthcare, and for this to support it, I have some facts that we know that health is wealth. So it is to be made better. Because if any of our child is not healthy, he cannot get education. So I think first our citizens, our children must be healthy. And then for it, government has to establish hospitals in our country in a large number. And today, you know, there are more private hospitals than government hospitals. You know very well. Like in the field of education, there are more private schools than government schools. So government must start new hospitals in the areas where there is the lacking of hospitals. In rural लिख लो, RURAL, ग्रामीण क्षेत्र. In rural areas, hospitals are very rare, very few. Doctors are not available. If there are hospitals, there are dispensaries. There are not doctors. If there are doctors, there are no medicines. There are no other facilities. Treatment facilities are less. So these are to be made better. These must be made better to improve the health care of our citizens. People in villages are suffering from health problems because there are not health facilities, there are not medical facilities. So there are people who are suffering from major diseases. So they must be treated there. There must be facilities in villages. Many healthcare camps, you know, so many camps are organized. I think you would have heard about it many times that at that place health camp is being organized. So those who want to check up their bodies, or if they want to consult related to any diseases, they may come, or they may go there to consult the doctors. I think you know about it. So many care camps like those for hospitals, polio, eyes, operation, hemoglobin tests are to be arranged periodically, free of cost, so that all may be benefited. And sometimes health camps are organized by private hospitals, and I think that private hospitals organize health camp in more number than the government. I have never seen any health camp of government hospitals, but I have seen many times the health camp for of private hospitals, and they arrange them only for their publicity. So there must be a feeling of uh, giving better treatment to the people rather than earning the money. So then we can be we can be more healthier. We can be healthier. You know, there should be good hospitals like PGI, IIMs, Apollo, etc., so that major treatments, including operations, may be carried out. Doctors who are not willing to go to remote places, you know, there are many doctors who do not want to go to village areas, villages. So doctors who are not willing to go to remote places are to be given attractions like allowances. They must be given good salaries. They must be given different other facilities. They must be given accommodation, hmm, so that they can go there willingly. They can treat the people of that place so properly. So, and my dear friends, there are people, mainly illiterate people in our villages, though now the condition is different. But still, the people of our country hide certain diseases. They try to hide certain diseases. They do not tell about their diseases doctors properly. Sometimes they try to hide their diseases. नहीं नहीं ठीक है, ऐसे नहीं है, वैसे नहीं है, like that. और हमारे यहाँ पे कहा जाता है कि डॉक्टर से और वकील से कभी कुछ नहीं छुपाना चाहिए. You should never hide your facts from a lawyer or a doctor. Government should organize the education system from time to time. Programs on TV. There should be the programs on TV to educate the people about seriousness of such diseases, as there are many advertisements on televisions or social medias where we we are told about those diseases, and we are sad to keep away from such situations that can create such diseases. So there must be such programs. And maximum money is required today for cleanliness. Swachh Bharat, वो था ना एक the campaign that Modi ji started, I think in 2014 or 15, Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. And I appreciate that program. Because of that program, we are getting an habit of not throwing the rubbish here and there. So, but a lot of money is required for this mission, for this cleanliness mission, for hygienic environment. Hygienic, लिख लो hygienic, काफी पॉपुलर वर्ड है. HYGEINIC, hygienic environment, स्वच्छ, साफ, बीमारी रहित एक environment हमको requirement है to make surroundings clean. It is our duty. It is the duty of the citizens of the country or the government to make the surroundings clean so that people can be protected from diseases. Latest technology must be brought in for hospitals. As we see today in our hospitals, there are latest technologies to diagnose our diseases and to treat us for any disease, so that high tech treatment may be carried out. So, my dear friends, I think you are satisfied, and if not, then please listen to me more. So, what I want to say is, the next point is that the government has to streamline the procedure to give loans to the poor people for major treatment operations. Like, government has provided many facilities, like these days we have Ayushman card. So through that Ayushman card, this is a type of medical insurance. We can get our treatment free in our hospitals for major diseases. So also there are so many companies who provide medical insurance. So it becomes easy. So, and you know that India is the second, after China, second most populated country, and within a few years we would be the first in the world in the matter of.
Sir, we are the first. Sir, we are
Thank
the
you.
first
We
right
are the
now.
first. We have become the first. Yellow. We are not the second, but we have become the first most populated country. Government should spend money to check growth rate. Some people have so many children, 5 children, 3 children, 8 children. These days, it is not so usual, but earlier it used to be a normal thing. So government should check it. Government has to control prices of medicines also. Medicines are so costly. So for getting better health, It is the duty of government to make a system, and through that system, the prices of the medicines must be uh, controlled. You know, these days medicines are changing very fast. So good medicines are being invented nowadays. So the latest medicines should be brought in our hospitals. Latest technology must be brought in our hospitals. So I think, my dear friends, you are satisfied. So in the support of healthcare, I expressed my views. I I produced my arguments regarding the facts. So I think you are satisfied with me, and I think I have noted it down, down the noted down many notes. I think you have improved your vocabulary also. So if you have any question, you can ask me, please.
So willing means
इच्छा होना, इच्छा से. हम्म.
Sir,
accommodation.
हम्म.
streamlines.
हम्म.
Streamlines.
स्ट्रीमलाइन का मतलब मुख्य स्थान पर लेकर के आना, लाना,
Accommodation.
अप्लाई करना, उसको प्रैक्टिकल अप्लाई करना. एकोमोडेशन का मतलब पूछ रहे हो ना?
Yes, sir.
सर
एकोमोडेशन का
एक
मतलब
साथ लाना जोड़ना
रहने की जगह होती है जहां पर अपने को, जैसे अपन लोग जहां पर रह रहे हैं, दैट इज कॉल्ड एकोमोडेशन. हाँ. हम्म.
सर मैंने तो कुछ ज्यादा ही लिख लिए.
कोई बात नहीं है, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, लिखो आप जितना लिख सकते हो. आप फोकस करो जो मैं करवा रहा हूँ. दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट क्लास. इट विल improve you in many ways if you are serious about it. Okay, thank you very much.